Hey guys, my name is Zeniac and welcome back to another episode of SnowTown here in City Skylines, where last episode guys, we rerouted and fixed a lot of the traffic within that industrial area, but today things are changing. We have now got to the point where the city has kind of settled itself since I removed the super demand mod. Which not only has it fixed a lot of problems, it's now kind of revealed some problems that we didn't know existed. One of them is the fact that we've kind of sorted out the kind of not enough goods to sell, not enough buys for the products, but now we come to the point where there's not enough goods to sell, or not enough buys for the products all over again, because we now completely filled all up that storage that we recently added in. But also some of the places are requiring more educated workers. Now I know a lot of the areas need uneducated, but quite frankly, there is now becoming a slow switch in SnowTown, where the educated want to be highly educated, and the upper class is emerging from the ashes of what was the super demand mod. So we need to take a look at education, basically. We need to go on a complete overhaul on the education front. At the same time, we need to add in as many new citizens as possible within SnowTown. Now, if you guys do enjoy this and want to see more, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. If you are new in here, then make sure you do subscribe so you are notified when that next episode does come out. So, when we take a look at our population, look at how many more jobs are available than currently employed citizens, and unemployment's at 5%. What is going on right now? Now that's the kind of, not because like, oh, Seniac, it's because they maybe, oh, we just need water over there. That's not because they need, you know, to be able to get to work and all that kind of jazz. It's not all down to that. One of the big reasons is those jobs available. Oh, wow, that's kind of awkward. Those jobs available are like highly educated, and I know like sometimes lower educated can take those jobs, but it doesn't always work out, which kind of has a little bit of a knock-on effect to other parts. Now we've got the same issue again, where there's pretty much not enough buys for the products, and in the commercial areas there is not enough goods to sell apparently. Now we added in so many freaking warehouses, like a ridiculous amount, but now that problem is resurging. But we've got to take a look at what is going down. So we don't have a zone in this area. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly zone in this here. I'll bring it up to there and all the way down, all that kind of jazzy stuff, just so I can see the region statistics. So you can see right now that we have maximum workers. So we don't have a worker issue in this area. This is not where it is. Now, that's good. That's really, really good to know. I do have it in like this one. That one's kind of fine. That one's completely fine. So we kind of have big worker issues. Are they on the industrial areas? Where is it? Here we go. I mean, you're 100 off, but that's not going to cause 5% complete shift in unemployment rates. We have 300 there. Okay, that's now adding up to 500, but it's still not the big 4,000 gap. 300. That's 800 peeps right now. 400 there. That's 1,200. Where is it? Just here. Another 200 there. So I've really lost count to what it is, but I'd say it's under half of the complete jobs that are unavailable. Now, a big factor would be one. It's kind of like counterintuitive, because at the same time where I need to add in higher education and educate more peeps, at the same time I need lower education, uneducated peeps to work in these jobs. But also they are kind of a little bit out of the way. It's like one of those things, like I say it's this, but then there's a complete other argument to go against what I just said, and then there's another argument to go against what I just said then. So you're never really going to win, but we're going to tackle each problem step by step. So education levels anyway. You can see the sheer amount of uneducated that we have and the underwhelming demand we have right now for the capacity. So I'm not going to go over the top. I'm not going to literally put the kind of stuff in the green. We're just going to tick along as nice as we can and just squeeze in where we can. So like this new area that we've built in recently, I'm going to straight away drop in a beautiful little elementary school just there. And I'll do the same just here as well. So 2 rivaling elementary schools near the tram route as well, which will enable them to kind of progress and get to school a little bit easier. We don't have anything in this big residential area right now, which is a complete shambles and shame. So drop a little school just there on the tram line. There's a tram line just over here, so I'm going to drop that one just there. Again, increasing our availability. Nothing in the whole middle of this, which is, again, shocking, mate. But try my best to get it on the tram route so people can get to school a whole lot easier. And I think that's as far as I'm going to probably push it for now. Yeah, high schools. So we have a high school just there, but again, we've got this brand new area, which I'm going to squeeze in just here on the tram route. Again, we have nothing around this kind of area that we've been recently creating. So I'm going to drop it in a high school just there, again, on the tram route. And I'm going to get one in over on this side too, right next door to it. So again, schools nearby. It almost does put our kind of into the orange, but that's kind of sweet. Now, university is a tough one, solely because I've got these university islands here. Now, it says the capacity is 18,000, okay? 6,000 there, right? I mean, it all adds up. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But the problem is, right, it says we have 23,000 eligible. Where are these 23,000 peeps then that I've already maxed out the current universities? Don't exist, mate. So we're going to drop down some normal universities here, there, and everywhere. So I'm going to squeeze this one on the inside just... Actually, we'll do it opposite the high school just there. A nice little university here. I'm going to need a couple of these. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because you're going to have normal universities as well as the specialized ones that we have within this place. One just here as well on the tram route. I feel like we need to have one over on this side somewhere. Now, this is going to cost me an arm and a leg. I get it. I freaking get it. One just there as well. And we've got one up there. I kind of feel like we need one around here, but will they kind of suck the life from this one? Probably. Probably right now, unless I can find a nice little place for it. Oh, it's tough. I think I'm not going to do that just yet. We'll see how it kind of ticks along. But education now is going to increase just a little bit more. I don't think I've got any... No, I do have some public libraries in. Public libraries in. Let me see. Oh yeah, I forgot I had that stuff. Public libraries. Where are you? Where are you, mate? Public library. There we go. So we only have people using it, and it's because we only have one just over here. I don't have any anywhere else, do I? So let's try and make a few peeps a little bit smarter. I'm gonna kind of destroy that little whole section there to squeeze one in just here. As soon as we've got a lot of space to kind of play around with over here, I'll get one next to the university. Nice. We'll go for one over here. This little area over here is coming into quite the educational area, isn't it? Drop that in just there, and I feel like we should get one over here somewhere, like to separate the two kind of ends. Maybe squeeze it in. Ooh, yeah, I'm going to put it right there next to the little walkway path to get over to the kind of monorail stop. Right, we'll see how that kind of goes. We'll see how that kind of goes and what we get from it. I'm not expecting a lot, but every little helps, right? Every little helps. It's going to cost me a fortune. I get it. I completely get it. So, again, we just need to kind of keep increasing the population right now. So in every little nook and cranny, I want to try and squeeze in some residential. The best I can. The best I can. So, roads, boom. How far did we go up here? We went up by the looks of it, by 6. Okay, to create a few more little kind of cul-de-sacs. So, keep going just here to keep the theme of this area. Do I do another one here? I'll do one there. I'll kind of see if it squeezes or fits in. And then we'll get our little cul-de-sacs up, which is in this section, actually. And boom, boom, boom. Turn it around. There we go. So drop these puppies in. Is that a different style of... Oh, that's a slightly larger cul-de-sac. Okay, fine. That's fair enough. We'll just go slightly smaller on this side. And then, of course, we will then upgrade... And we have to anarchy it. that little section there so it all kind of fits in with the same theme. And that allows me to sprawl then the end of my residential towards the highway and kind of integrate it a little bit nicer than what it currently is. Sweet, mate. Sweet. Now, can we get away with a road going down the side? We could to so far. And again, I could do the same here to so far as well. This one could possibly go right under. Now, there is a tram stop directly there. Do I go all the way down to it? Ooh, that's going to cause a few little issues, right? So by doing that, it creates another little kind of bypass road cutting through. Hopefully the trams don't mind it too much. We'll come back in just a minute and kind of see what their issue is and if they are able to kind of get past what I've just done. Sediak, the monstrosity that you bring to these areas. No wonder everybody hates you. No wonder all the citizens hate you right now. I am the world's worst mayor. Anyway, they'll learn to love me. You will learn. Okay, so more residential. Yeah, it's fixed itself anyway. Now, commercial. Is this a good idea to squeeze it in the like little nooks and crannies? The dead spaces that we do have, squeezing some commercial. Ooh. It's a tough one, isn't it? It really is. But I think we'll go with it. I'm not sure how much demand we've got for it, but we'll rock and roll with it. Squeeze in more residential, just below here. We'll kind of go all the way to the top there. Maximize what we can for this little area there. Sweet. Now, it will take a while for it to be built because we're still waiting for this area to fully build up. And that's going to take some time. So, I should actually be trying to hold off on building more commercial, really, shouldn't I? Yeah. I really should be. So, we'll bring a road up just to here by 10. All the way down and connect it to there. Is that too many junctions in such a close proximity? If I get rid of that one, maybe. Just delete it for a second, pause, just in case it has caused some power issues. Stretch that all the way down. And has it caused power issues? It connects further to there, so I can actually get rid of the whole of that there, to be honest with you. Sweet, mate. So fill that little gap a little bit more too. We have this whole little area over here, which I'm thinking I'm going to go high density. High density around here makes a little bit of sense because it's near the highway section. I can also bulk the area up a bit more in the stuff kind of around it, which will be handy. Same for this bit here. I'm going to go high density and finish off this little section here high density too. Nice little subway stop nearby too. Gives them great access. So it's all slowly coming together. Or at least I think it is. More high density here so we can incorporate more residential within the working areas. Should be a little bit more friendly. And I think that's as much as I could potentially do for now. Just because of how little demand we have at the minute. So you're always kind of, you know, slowly fighting like, I need more demand. But I can't grow anything because, and that's kind of then why why I kind of implemented the super demand mod in the first place, because I didn't want to wait so long for stuff to grow as it is right now. But sometimes you just gotta let it do it because you just gotta let the city be as natural as possible. Now, I'm gonna try and keep this industrial a little bit alive, so I might as well throw in a few extra warehouses. So the big boy warehouses, if I squeeze another, where's the runway? Okay, the runway's just there, so we can get away with another warehouse just here. And I'm going to build this area up over here as well a little bit. So bring this all the way to there by 35, that seems fine. What is the distance there? It's 20, so a 20 would be about here, right? So if I bring that straight down to there. And bring that up to there slightly. Cut this out a little bit as well. Just hopefully I can gain a little bit extra. So we'll place this on the same side of the kind of the square that we've currently got. Just because there's not really much traffic going down here. It's all going to change momentarily anyway. Right, we'll get one of these. One of these. One of these. And can we just squeeze another big warehouse in just there? I could also squeeze one there, but I ain't going to push it. Because I know this is going to also now bring big issues. So, commercial goods. Commercial goods. I got to give them water as well. So this will now cause traffic jams for days. But we have set up a few little kind of tweaks here and there on the road layouts to this area, which will improve the flow a little bit more. But ultimately, we're going to see some big issues because the area itself is crazy. When you start filling up commercial warehouses, no matter how good you make the infrastructure and the roads, it's a little bit OTT. No matter how good you make it, because ultimately they can't drive the amount of vehicles in the building quick enough to get rid of the backlog of traffic. It's kind of like the exploitation areas, even though they've died down slightly, but I reckon that's due to the fact that all the warehouses are kind of currently complaining. But we'll see what these new areas now kind of do for us. I could have put these sideways and got more in, but get ready for the traffic jams, boys. Get ready for the traffic jams. Which, without me doing anything, has kind of also settled down a little bit of the demand. Yeah, I suppose that's a good thing, right? Has to be. A little bit below residential is slowly started to build on our brand new cul-de-sacs right now. Some of the high density housing around here slowly being forced to build. A little bit over here too. So we're getting a little bit of growth now coming in while this area is still slowly growing as well. And we've now surpassed 160,000 residents. That's pretty cool, right? I'll take that. I'll freaking take that right now. So now then, we got to look at ways in which we can improve infrastructure. So, do I bite the bullet and bring the big train line all the way over? To be honest with you, I don't feel like we have the huge demand in train traffic at the minute, so it doesn't warrant me kind of building and following the highway road. At least not just yet, anyway. At least not just yet. I mean, if I was to do anything right now, I'll maybe kind of do some slip roads coming on and off to join to this little junction there, to this highway. But again, there's nothing really over here for them to do anything at the minute, or again, warrant me building such a monstrosity. Trains here that are normally backed up are pretty much clear at the minute, so that's all looking good. This area is looking kind of okay. I think it's kind of feeling slightly okay, right? How was the excitation area that we implemented over here? That's doing a good job right now, providing stuff. I feel like we need to get one in. I mean, I know I got one there. For this peninsula, maybe? But then again, we got one up here, so they could just drop off there, drive down. So yeah, it really doesn't really make much sense. Yeah. Right. Is the traffic now making its way over? Slowly, but surely on its way. Starting to get a few vehicles driving down here right now. You know what, to be honest with you, I think we might catch it just in the right moment. Where we won't see too much traffic. But I say this all the time. You never know what's going to happen. You literally do not know what is going to happen. Right, we have a little bit of a dead spot here. Is that commercial? No, that's not even zoned. Do you know what I'm going to do? High density residential. Pay for those beautiful apartment buildings, boys. Overlooking the park. Right next to the... is that a hospital? What is that building? Yes. Right next to the hospital. The art gallery. Nice. The view straight down to the waterfront. Man, we have so many issues right now. Right, buildings. Unique stuff. What am I missing? Transport tower. Nice. Okay. So a lot of these big skyscraper buildings are going to be saved for the Snowtown area. But I feel like we need to kind of add a little bit more leisure kind of stuff within this area too. Yeah. Because this provides sweet upgrades, and we can, like, you know, take advantage of the current buildings that we have rather waiting for demand to build in the areas that we don't have buildings. So let's slowly start building something up. So we got a little bit of like high density over here. So the taller buildings would make a little bit more sense to be built around here. That could actually be squeezed pretty well in that little section, but we have an elementary school slightly in the way. I'm going to move that to the back. I know it was close to this. I'm so sorry. But your boy's got priorities right now. So squeeze that right there. Nice. So it looks a little bit big right now and stands out. You know, actually, it doesn't look too bad. Imagine driving down the highway and just seeing that building on your right. Ooh. So hopefully it brings a little bit of leisure to the area. Hopefully it causes some upgrades. We have the clock tower, which I think will be a nice little thing for this kind of area. Solely because we have all the little side paths walking down the back of the roads. We have the skinny road coming down here, kind of like around here too. It kind of feels like a little bit of like an old town in many ways. And I think this might be perfect placing it like around the entry points to the harbour. So I've had it on the corner just here. Kind of feels nice, like it's like a feature, a part of the area. Again, bringing a little bit of leisure. Always going to be a good thing, right? We still yet to get a courthouse in. I'm not 100% sure why I could squeeze a courthouse in. We have these park. I feel like it needs to be like on a park area. What if it was like directly opposite this park here? Again, could be a good idea. I'll leave it there for now. And of course, then we have the tax office. Oh dear, nobody wants a tax office. The business park. Ooh, we have a lot of business stuff over on this side. That would be a good idea to squeeze this in around here somewhere. Should I get it like... I'm going to get it here. So it's something you drive past and go around as you exit the area. It feels like, you know, you're being integrated within the building itself. Whereas that bends round, this bends up and over. I like the idea of that. I like the kind of the thought process, the, you know, the architects must have went through to kind of build something like that there. Seniac always trying to create a backstory. Always trying to create a backstory right now. So the aviation club is something cool that we could maybe get in the future. The cathedral, maybe. I want to see if anything that we've kind of missed. All our winter stuff. Guys, remember when we had a ski resort? You guys remember that, right? You remember that? And maybe some touristy stuff? Did that provide much? No, it didn't. So maybe I should actually start adding in more leisure stuff on myself. To slightly start increasing things. So the carousel is always a good job in providing a lot of leisure in areas. And you don't mind too much where you place it. Because of how big, bulky it kind of is. How much you can kind of get away with doing stuff. Placing it on like little intersections there because not too much traffic is surrounding that area. Provide the upgrades needed for the area. Because that is kind of what it's missing. It's missing that little bit extra razzle-dazzle around these places. And I know it's a lot of carousels right now. And we should rename the series from SnowTown to Carousel Town. But I'm just trying to increase the leisure. Cause some upgrades. Make people happy. Why is that zoned, by the way? Yeah. I don't need it anyway, because it kind of connects all the way over. Well, it connects as long as there's buildings here. Hopefully that will continue. Hopefully. So we're in that weird stage again right now, where we can't really do anything, because we're waiting for stuff to build. And this is the same point where I implemented the Super Demand mod. Now, that's not saying I'm going to bring back the Super Demand mod. Quite frankly, I don't really want to. Because I know how much it destroyed the city last time. We're going through like a huge death wave right now. And this is the city fighting back. It's still trying to find its feet. And trying to balance itself with... after taking those steroids, which was the Super Demand mod. So I still feel like we're not technically over it yet. If that's the right way to put it. There's a few little upgrades now happening, which is really good to see. That'll increase a lot of stuff in this area. Oh, those high density buildings are built in straight away. Okay. So not saying I've kind of closed the gap, but I've got the people employed now into the 80%, 800,000s. Yes, I may have increased and added in a few more jobs. I get it. But more people are being employed right now, which is good. We had 14% uneducated. Yeah, pretty much the same. But we've had new people move in. Every time someone new moves in, they're ultimately uneducated from the get-go. So, yeah. 'Tis interesting, boys. 'Tis very, very interesting. But we're just going to see how it kind of ticks along and how it goes. Once we can solve these issues and find that level foot, then we're all good. Going for a bit of a death wave right now, which I'm hoping this is the death wave from the super demand mod. Because that's something else when you enable it. You kind of then start to get death waves because everybody moves in at the same time with the super demand mod, which technically means everyone dies at the same time. And when everyone dies at the same time, this happens. So I'm hoping this is still an effect from me enabling it. Which, if it is, it shows you that we're still feeling the effects from it, enabling it. So we're still not quite the way where the city is pretty much solved. But one step at a time, boys. One step at a time. So some stuff that we have yet to implement is we've done a bunch of city parks. We don't have a nature reserve. We don't have a zoo. We don't have a theme park. Now, I don't know if any of those stuff is going to work in a snow-related kind of environment, but I kind of want to give it a go. Out of those stuff, guys, out of those three things, what would you rather see me build first? And where? Maybe I could reclaim this whole little island here and turn it into a nature slash theme park slash zoo. Big entertainment island. And then we'll eventually build up around here and have people living around here. Ooh, decisions. Could be cool. It could be the worst idea we've ever thought of. But either way, hope you guys did enjoy it. As we watch every single resident now die. And let me see what the difference is. Okay, there's 800 births versus 600 deaths. The death wave will pass. Don't get me wrong, it will slowly pass. But I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, good